Hi, it's the 1st of October 2018 at 6:15 p.m. I wasn't going to do a vid today, and it was only tired. I just needed a break, a day off, and but then Anime Guy Reviews sent me a link, which I'll put in the description of this video. It was about a really good piece of news, and really, I thought, in Italy. They're proposing to overturn the current divorce laws. They're going to make quite a few changes. The most noticeable thing is that they're introducing the idea of perfect co-parenting after separation. In other words, the father has equal access to the child, or the children, as the mother does. And it's all against this parental alienation syndrome that doesn't exist apparently. There's no evidence of it, and what have you. And of course the left are up in arms. Oh my God, life will become impossible for women after this, because they'll be trapped in this somehow. That they'll be trapped in this abusive relationship. How they get there, I don't know, because I mean the father will be seeing his children at his house presumably, or wherever he lives. So I don't see how they get the abusive thing, but that doesn't surprise me. But the big takeaway from all of this, it's only proposed at this stage. They say it looks like being passed, but the big takeaway is that I looked at it, and a couple of things occurred to me. At first, it was a relief in a way, because I think, particularly as mgtow and just men generally, we're being gaslit. And because everybody's doing much the same sort of thing, and everybody has the same crazy divorce laws, you're sort of led to believe that there's something wrong with you. That's clearly your problem. It's gaslighting. Everybody else does it this way. So there's clearly something wrong with you, thinking the way you think. That you should have access to your children, or being able to say, in fact, and the thought that you think it's important that the father stay in touch with the children. I mean, really, how archaic is that? See the gaslighting? But even if it's proposed, if it's passed, and then really, take a look at the article. You can just think, it makes perfect sense what they're suggesting is. Perfect sense. The children should be with their parent, both parents. This idea of, the mother bad-mouthing the children, that's the thing of the past. Under this legislation, no, you can't do that anymore. It'll be an offence. So if there's any of that, then the woman is clearly in trouble. So clearly, and you look at it and you think, no, that's just fair. That's a much fairer system. Much fairer system. The other thing that I thought when I read the article is that, look, right there, Italian women are now a possibility. You could, like, if you're, say, living in the UK or whatever, I wouldn't touch, I really wouldn't try and enter any sort of relationship in the UK, or US or Australia or anywhere else like that, I guess. But you'd consider it with an Italian woman. Like I was talking to James Andrew today in comments, and he's saying he can barely, keep afloat in where he's at. I think it's London, I'm not sure. But let alone, all the romantic dreams and that sort of thing. So he's going to actually not have a chance to be a father and what have you, all because of some societal thing. But he could move to Italy. Live in some little province somewhere. Build a nice villa. Invite me over, James, and we can sit around and chat. Have an olive or two. I love it. But that's you can just pack up and move, because you have hope, and Because if the marriage falls over and doesn't work out, at least you're not giving up everything. At least you're not losing contact with your children. And believe me, that is crippling, and it's cruel, hurtful, and pain like you wouldn't believe. Absolutely, you wouldn't want it. I wouldn't suggest anybody get married in the West under the current divorce situation. And this is what you're all saying. And I couldn't agree with you more. And if you read this article, you would, I'll bet you any one of you would look and think, yeah, I'll tell you what, if I could do that, yeah, I'd consider it. I'd reconsider my situation. I think they would need to do more, in all honesty. Yeah, they could. I think it's a perfect first step. Perfect. And, you know, countries that do it, if they're looking to attract good quality men, should just do it. Start it. You know, if you want to attract good quality Westerns, a lot of guys, you know, smart, hard-working guys, will go to your country and help produce, you know, and build your economy, and you'll benefit from it. Now that's just the way I saw it. I think it's, you know, I think it's a fantastic move. They also suggested, you know, some sort of mediation in a marriage that's going bad. So in other words, if it's hitting the rocks and whatever, it's got real problems, yeah, maybe actually go through a series of steps where we talk and you know, in a controlled environment, and try and sort it out, instead of just trash the whole marriage and throw it out on God knows what whim, or what's happened, or who said what to who, or what, because that's basically how I felt. I mean, you know, things had gone completely awry. There's no doubt about that. I was totally out of my control, but that was the thing, you know, but yeah, they don't want that either. They don't want mediation. I can't see anything wrong with it. It makes perfect. Everything about this article makes perfect sense to my mind. You know, it's logical. I guess that's why the left don't like it. It actually makes sense. It's logical. It appeals to a man. You don't want that. No, much better just sort of running the whole thing on emotion. You know, and just forget the children's emotion because of all of this abuse. You know, this abusive sort of, couldn't possibly, and it just doesn't make sense. The man doesn't even live there anymore. You know, he's separate. Where's the abuse coming into it? The truth of the matter is, I've got people here, they're abusive, young people. You know, I say to people, yeah, that's wrong. They've got a little toddler, you know, a little 2-year-old, 3-year-old running around. Oh, that's all right. Well, you know, and I listen to both parents. They wake me up in the morning, screaming at one another. And I said, that's wrong. That shouldn't happen. It shouldn't get anywhere near that stage. But yeah, either, oh, no, that's acceptable. That's all right. Yeah, I go and talk to a doctor about it. You know, I just think it's wrong. You know, it's way too late in the piece. I end up getting a violence order, and you know, and clearly trumped up. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, just like getting. Oh, this is another piece of good news on my part. Yeah, I got an email from my web host yesterday. Yeah, after they tried to get me to pay the same invoice twice. You know, they've been fighting it. So I actually told one of the on the thing the other day, I just want to get away from you. You know, I don't trust you. I just want to get away from you. You know, and in the meantime, you know, I just want to work out how I can protect myself from you. So eventually, it must have trickled down to billing, and I got a message saying, "Oh, look, it's not a good idea to take off automatic billing because automatic payment because you might lose your." I didn't reply, but they said, "Oh, the system made a mistake." Oh, well, yeah, sure, the system made a mistake. Yeah, they've put an invoice back in 2017's invoices. I actually wrote to them and I said it wasn't hard to find. It's like a child trying to trick me. I mean, it was ridiculous. And then they tried all these other things that, oh yeah, but you've got it for 2 years. You've got it. I don't want it for 2 years. I only want it 1 year. That's what I do. I pay for 1 year invoice. I tried everything under the sun, and they fully expected me to back down, probably because I was a man. They could tell that because of my name, Bob. And I think they were a bit shocked and surprised when I didn't. I just said, no. I basically got in the end, I just said, I'm just like dealing with children. I left it off at that. And then they came back to me. But and this is what this is what this Italian thing. I thought, you beauty. Yeah, okay. So I miss out. You know, I've been suffered through it, but you know, why should a young guy really have his options chopped off because somebody has just got this stupid bullshit or bloody notion about something? Why don't we just actually talk common sense? And yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But read it yourself. Don't take my word for it. Just I'll leave the link in the description. Read it yourself. It won't take long. It's a short article. But I think it's makes perfect sense. Let me know if I'm wrong. I still think there could be a lot more to go. It's sort of, I think we've gone a long way off the beaten track as far as marriage is concerned. I don't think it does anything for anybody anymore. But I don't know. Let me know what you think, and good talking to you, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.